Welcome to another episode of Beyond Loss, Loving Life with Karen Chaston. It's International Women's Day today, so congratulations everyone. I hope that you are having a fabulous day. I hope that you're celebrating International Women's Day, and I'd love to see your comments in the thing. Let me get the comments over so I can read them. I've just got my screen set up in such a way that it's just a little bit difficult to read them today for some reason. Let me just move everything over here. Nothing's going to work for me. Okay, so let's give it a few. Let's go. So, hello everybody. Hi Jordan. Nice to see you here. You've got shared. Okay, what have you shared? I'm not 100% sure, but that's okay. So let me just wait a sec because I've just got to get my little things up. Yep, everything's now in where it should be so I can actually see all the comments. Hi Marie, nice to see you. So as I said, today is International Women's Day, and I thought that it would be really great for me to, no, I don't do cards, Marie. Hi, Kerry, nice to see you. Marie, I don't do cards. I am a beyond loss expert. I help people to move beyond any kind of loss to create their better everyday life. And there are over 40 different kinds of loss that we all can experience in our lives. So therefore we will all have multiple various tragic loss events in our lives, and I help people to move beyond it. So I don't do cards, so I totally understand if you don't want to hang on for the next 45 minutes or so, because that's what I do. I help people to create their better everyday life. And today I thought, seeing it is International Women's Day, I'm going to talk about a subject which I really love to talk about, which is the essence of who we are. Now, I'm a great believer that we have all chosen who we are. We have all chosen our life. We have chosen what will happen in our life. Sure, we have free will, and sure, we will maybe not do everything that we thought we were going to do when we came down to be who we are. Though I do believe that everything that happens in our life happens for us, not to us, to assist us to find the gift in whatever has happened to us. And I know that's not an easy concept for us to embrace, but let's explore that today. And let's explore how you can bring out the essence of who you are, because life is hard. Life really can kick us to the curbside and, then run over us and make it really, really hard for us to live and love our lives. And that's why I do what I do, to help people to go and look at different options. Like, we live in a world of infinite possibilities, so that the more that we can deep dive into those infinite possibilities, the more that we can create the life that we live and love every day. So I hope that helps. You've shared the light. Thank you, Jordan. Great to see you here, Kerry and Michelle. And grieving. Okay, Jordan, you're grieving from a miscarriage that you had over 5 months ago. Now, I've experienced a miscarriage, and I'm pretty sure that most women have experienced a miscarriage, and it's traumatic. And I totally understand where you may be at the moment. Obviously, I don't understand how you're feeling because I haven't walked an inch in your shoes, but my condolences. So I'd like to give you a different perspective on miscarriage that may help you to heal. And when I heard it, it really did assist me to know that your child is still with you. Okay. Now, most people know, who have seen my show before, my 27-year-old son passed away nearly 10 years ago. In July, it'll be 10 years. And it's traumatic. But losing a baby before it even gets to come into this realm, I've also experienced that, is also traumatic. So as I said, I can totally sort of understand what you're going through. So as I said, we have all of these events that we plan to sort of do before we come down here. And when we come down here, they're really hard. They're not as easy as what we thought that they were going to be. And I guess the best way for me to help you today is for me to share this perspective. So you can take it or you can leave it. But babies come into our lives to assist us to grow and to become a different person. Let's face it, before we have a child, we're a different person to who we are after we have a child. Now, I'm not sure if you have any other children, Jordan, but let me know in the comments and I'll come back to you. So what I've found is sometimes our baby will come to us so that we can experience being pregnant. We may not go all the way. We may not go the whole 9 months or so to actually bring the baby into this realm. But the fact that they've actually come to you, it's to give you some sort of gift. And I can't tell you what that gift is. It's a deep dive into yourself that will assist you to find what that gift was that your baby brought to you. And it will also assist you for you to realize why the baby just chose to come in for that short amount of time and then to go on. Okay, rightio. Oh, thank you, Kirsty. Sorry, I've just sort of gone off track because the comments are sort of flicking in my sort of peripheral vision. So I apologise for that. So Jordan, really, I'd love to have a call with you. If you'd like to have a session with me, just PM me. I'll give you 30 minutes where we can explore what these possibilities are, because I totally understand that any sort of loss, be it a death of a loved one, be it a death of a child, be it a marriage breakdown, a divorce, a job loss, your health, your wealth, any of these things are traumatic because we've never been taught how to easily move beyond loss, which is why I do what I do and which is why I love doing what I do, because I've had a lot of loss in my life. At 16, I was pregnant, and that pregnancy went all the way. And because I was so young and because it was 1973, I thought that the best option for me was to adopt my daughter out. Now, my daughter is now 47, and she is in my life. She's been in my life for the past 20 years. And as you can imagine, it's been a very up and down relationship. Well, I'm here to tell you that she spent the weekend with me. This last weekend she spent with me. And it was a really amazing healing weekend, because I think for the first time we had our honest conversations about things that have happened in the 20 years since we've been connected, things that have happened before, and the true reasons as to not only why I chose to adopt her out, but also, why her parents chose to adopt her. And it was a really healing relationship. So as I said, there's over 40 different loss events that can affect our souls. And I've had a lot. And I'm only talking about the ones, that relate to my children, for example. So I adopted a child out at 16. A couple of years later, I had a miscarriage. Nearly 20, 30 years later, I guess, one of my sons, who was 27 in 2011, passed away. So I understand, which is why I do what I do, because we don't know how to move beyond loss. Okay. So today, as I said, it's International Women's Day. So I'm going to explore how you can bring the essence of you out in your life. And that's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you 8 different steps for you to look at. But first of all, I'm going to read some of these messages so we can keep going. And thank you all for being here. And I just love doing this show, I have to say. Okay, so you shared your life. Thank you, Jordan. As I said, reach out, Jordan, if you'd like to have a conversation with me. Or, I always talk about my Revitalize Your Life, which is amazing. But I'll talk about that later. It's a 45-day just deep dive into you, which may help you to bring out not only your essence, but to help you in grieving the loss of your child through miscarriage. Hi, Michelle from New Zealand. Okay. As I said, I don't do readings. I just help people to move beyond loss. Okay, so nice to see you here, Kirsty, and thank you for saying you love my show. And Azra, I assume that's how I say your name. If not, I apologize. I'm just reading it as I see it. So Azra, putting down a dog is, you know what, your pets are possibly the only unconditional love relationship that you will have in your life. And I have to say, I've had dogs most of my married life, and I've been married for 43 years, last week actually. So we've had dogs most of our married life. And I didn't have dogs when I was a kid. My husband did. And my kids have had dogs all around them. And a year after Dan passed, we got our little dog, who I have called Sirius, and he's absolutely adorable. He's a spoodle. And I have to say, there is no one else that will ever greet you a way a dog will greet you. There will no one else that will just come up and give you a cuddle and listen to you. And you sort of think a dog's life, like if you reverse the name of a dog, it's God. And I can totally understand why they say that they are God on earth, because they truly do just look at you and listen to you and love you and, make you get outside and walk and exercise and all these sort of things. So my heart goes out to you, Azra, because I know that it's not easy to lose a pet. But as I said, they go through the Revitalize Your Life, which is my 45-day program, which is 45 days of different activities each day delivered into your email box. You get your own little area, and it's really, really cool because it will help you to heal beyond any loss. But a pet loss is really, really important. And most people don't understand that. They just think, oh, it's your pet. What are you grieving for? But they don't understand how important your relationship with your dogs always are. Thank you, Kirsty, for saying that. Thank you, Sarah. So great to see you here. That's so nice of her to message you that. I don't want to talk to so much knowledge. Okay, quite so much knowledge she has on loss. Yeah, I do. Thank you. Okay, so I'm up to date on the comments. So let's get deep diving in, because it's International Women's Day, on how you can bring out the essence in your life, bring out your true essence. Now, it's really important. So what is the essence of your life? And it's important for us all to know that the essence of who we are is going to be different for every single one of us. So this is what I love about it. Sure, we can use these 8 little steps that I'm going to give you to actually bring out our essence. But if you think of a flower or a perfume, they're all the different ingredients that go into it that will just make it unique to who we are. So it's really important for us to figure out who we would like to be and what is it that brings us the joy and the love and the fulfillment in our life? Because that's the ingredients that we're going to put into this to make sure that our essence comes out. And let's face it, we're really important people in our lives. Are you aware that you are the only person you are going to spend your entire life with. Just think about that phrase for a moment. You know, when I was around 54, when I first heard that, and I thought, oh my God, that is so true. There is no one that I am going to spend 24/7 with for my whole entire life. And when you have that perspective, you start to think, why am I putting myself last? Why am I looking after everyone else and not myself? Why am I spending my time grieving and suffering over things that have happened in the past and not actually investing the time in me to create the life of my dreams? And that, I guess, is what I'm all about, is to give people a new perspective in order for them to go, I matter, I'm important, and I deserve as much as anyone else in my life to be happy, fulfilled, joyous, and having my dreams, my hopes, dreams, and my aspirations fulfilled. So that's what everything I do is all about. Sure, I help you to move beyond your loss, but I give you this amazing perspective. So, what is the first step for you in order for you to create your essence of who you are, your life essence? So I'm just going to paste it here. Wait on, I better get up my little keyboard so I can hit enter on it. Okay, so the very first thing that you need to do is to love you. Now, of course I love me. Or do you? And I'm not talking about an ego love, a vanity love. I'm talking about you becoming your own best friend. Because let's face it, we love our best friends, don't we? But, you know, we honor our best friends. We talk to them nicely, probably a lot better than we talk to ourselves. And not only that, we always want the best for them. We go above and beyond for them. We will buy them these amazing presents. We will have these amazing conversations with them. But more important, we're always giving them great advice. So is that what you're doing with yourself? Okay, really important thing for you to sit back and actually go, am I really loving myself? Because when you love yourself, you jump out of bed knowing that today you are doing something that you love. You know that you're doing something that is going to move you forward, one step closer to you realizing and achieving any of your goals, any of your hopes or dreams. So I'd like you in the comments to say, do you truly live each day like you love yourself? If you are going off to a job that you hate, today is the day that I would like for you to put in your calendar, this is the day that I leave this job. Because life is way too short for you not to be doing things that you love each and every day. Now, I don't care if that date is in a month's time or 5 years' time or 20 years' time. We just need to have that date in the calendar so that you can say from this day on, I'm only doing things that I love. And then between now and that date, you will be achieving or creating everything that you require in order for you to have the job or to have the life that you live and love each and every day. I hope this is making sense for you, because you're going to gain those skills and those activities and know then that every single day you will be loving, because like even from tomorrow, because you will go, right, now I have the action plan. Now I know what is required for me to move from where I am today to where I would like to be in the future. So that's why it's so important that number one is to love you. Because when you love you, it's so easy for you to create the life of your dreams and hopes and aspirations. Okay, before we go on to the next one, I'm just going to read what Azra said. My son was taken off me through family court at a very young age. My son's father's criminal. My heart goes out to you, Azra, because as I said, I've been in, obviously my child wasn't lied to as such. She always was aware that she was adopted. I'd like to recommend a book for both of you to read, which is called The Primal Wound. I'll just type this into the comments for you, okay? It is an amazing journey for both of you to read. I found it a really hard book to read. The first 100 pages was really, really hard for me. But it is written from a psychologist's point of view, which is she adopted her first daughter and she had her second daughter naturally. And the differences between the two of them, the connections that they had together, was more so than just nature, just them being connected. And what she realized was there's more to this. So that's when she started to really study with her oldest daughter's permission. And it's one of the first books that's been written from the adopted child's point of view. Okay, now your child wasn't adopted, but from obviously went off with your son's father. But the point is, from the way that he's been brought up, it is like he was adopted because he didn't have his birth mother around him. So I highly recommend that you read that book. I feel that it will help you in your healing. It certainly helped my daughter and me in our healing, but it gave us a newfound perspective, a newfound understanding, and that's how you heal, by looking at things differently. If you can continue to do exactly the same thing in exactly the same way, you're always going to end up with new results. So I hope that book helps you both, and reach out and let me know if you'd ever like to have a conversation. Okay. Yep. Thank you. An angel to you. Okay. So let's go on with the second ingredient that you're going to put into your life in order to create your essence. Yeah, anytime, just reach out, as I said. Okay. So the second ingredient is gratitude. Okay. Now, if you are grieving at the moment, it may be not so easy for you to find gratitude in your life. Okay, well, I'm here to tell you, you can start small. Even if it's just the fact that I've had a shower today, the fact that I had 10 minutes of positive thoughts. You can start small, because the more that you bring gratitude into your life, the more things you'll have to be grateful for. It really does work with that. Gratitude is an amazing energy, and it helps you to move up the vibrational scale. And if you're not sure what the vibrational scale is, you can certainly look it up on the internet. But down the bottom of the vibrational scale, as you can imagine, is all of our darker energies. And as we come up, we get lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. So in order to go from grief, depression, you couldn't go in one step to joy, love, and fulfillment. It's impossible, okay? But you can always go for that better feeling thought. Okay, so you can slowly come up the vibrational scale, and that's what it's about. If you are feeling that you are depressed in your life, start to look for something to be grateful for. Now, gratitude is quite high up from depression, and that's why I suggest that you start small. I'm not saying that you spend every day finding 20 things to be grateful for. Just a small thing. It could be as simple as the air that you breathe. It could be for a view that you see. It could be something that you're looking at. Just something that you can use any of your senses in to find gratitude. It could be a taste. It could be a smell. It could be a sight. It could even be your sixth sense that you're bringing it in. So that's the best way to start to bring in this essence of who you are. So first of all, we have love you. Second of all is gratitude. Okay. So the third one, I've got to hide that. So, yep, hide. Okay. The third one, which I just so love, and it sort of comes back to, when I sort of said to you, if you're in a job that you hate, or if you're in a marriage you hate, or you're in a home that you hate, right? That's where you start to just find something in it that you're grateful for, okay? Because you're going to start to go, right, there's a little bit here that's not as bad as what it is. Because so often we concentrate on the negative and therefore we get more negative in our life. But if we start to see the gratitude and the little things that we can be grateful for, that's when we will get more gratitude in our life. Okay, so yeah, thank you, Wendy. It is all about. So now the third one, yes, I've got it. Okay, and this is so easy for us to do. And this is to, let me get it up, to start to create experiences. Now, every day we create our life. We may not think we are. We might think it's beyond our life, but we can create experiences every day. And the experiences don't have to cost us any money. All they are at times. So each day, so you can start to say, what is it in my life that brings me joy? What is it in my life that I love to do? Think back to when you were a child. What was an experience that brought you all the love and the joy? And it was just truly you, something that you were really, really fabulous at and other people weren't. But when you do it, you got lost in the time of it all. And before you knew it, hours and hours and hours had gone past, right? Remember, we're creating the true essence of you. So what is something that you can start to experience again? And as I said, it could be something like walking in nature. It could be something that just makes you feel alive and makes you just feel, I just love it when I do this. This is me, and I have to say, a lot of the time it does involve nature or your pets. It's just amazing how we can get things for free. It doesn't have to cost us anything. Sure, we can have an experience that is unique and will, may also have an investment attached to it. But just know that who you are, the essence of who you are, comes from the things that we love to experience. So start to get that little list together and then start to put it in your diary so it will happen. And even the build up, let's face it, when we know that something's happening in, say, 2 weeks' time, 3 weeks' time, how do we feel? That's part of the total experience. So start to get a list on things that you'd love to experience. Okay. Every day is a best in the grey. Hi, Deidre. Deidre, nice to see you here. Okay, so if anyone's coming late, it's what we're doing today. Because it's International Women's Day, we're looking at ways to create the essence of who we are. Because we're important. Whether we are female or male, we're all important. So much so that, they've created an International Women's Day. And yes, there is an International Men's Day as well. Not 100% sure what date it is, but I always know that International Women's Day is the 8th of March. So it's important for you to know that whilst we are all unique, right, we're all very, very similar, but we all have our own little essence. And a lot of the time we don't allow our full essence to come out. So today we're looking at ways to ensure that we can. And our fourth little thing that we're going to look up, there's 8 in total, Right, I better move along. I'm going to run out of time. So, and our fourth little one is for us to evolve, learn, and grow. Now, so many times we all think that when we leave school, we've stopped. We don't have to learn anymore. We're all grown up and we're fine. No, evolve, learn, and grow. This is something that we do till the day we pass. And I'm pretty sure after we go, when we go on to our next adventure, we're learning and growing and we continually do it. Because let's face it, we are an eternal spirit. We're down here to learn and grow. We're down here to evolve, to become our highest self and to continually grow and grow and grow. So why aren't we doing it here intentionally? Why aren't we intentionally doing it here? Now, if we allow life to just take us wherever, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us have done that. I know I've done that throughout my lives. A lot of my jobs just sort of came to me and I evolved and went from there. But when we intentionally decide that we are going to evolve, learn, and grow, that's when we sort of seem to do it exponentially. And we really just go, oh my God, I cannot believe. When you look back at who you were at the beginning of the year or the previous year and you go, wow, how much have I grown in that year? And let's face it, after the 2020 pandemic year, hopefully we've all grown quite a lot. I honestly believe that the whole year was about assisting us all to learn and grow and become different, unique people, to put away those habits that we had, which were probably not serving us as much, and to create new ones that will assist us to not only move into the fifth dimension, but for us all to be more loving, more caring to ourselves as much as everyone else. So start to create a list of things that you would love to learn, things that maybe in your life you think, oh, wow, if I could just do this differently, or if I just knew this or understood this. And it doesn't matter what age you are, right? Let's get rid of age as an excuse to not do something, because we're here to learn, evolve, grow, and to have joy and love in our life, fulfillment. And if you don't have it in your life, start to look at the things that will assist you to learn, evolve, and grow. So number 5, okay, so we're just over halfway. Number 5 on what you can do in order to bring out the essence in your life is, and keep typing in any questions or anything, is for you to be positive. Okay, so this is sort of will come up in most of my comments, is we can all be negative. We can all be a glass half full. But why can't we be a glass half empty? Why can't we be a glass half full? Because when we start to see the positive in all that has happened in our life, we will start to, like, if we connect the dots of our life, if we look back and you go, oh, at the time I went through whatever, it was traumatic. But then I learned, evolved and grew, and then I became this. And this has put me onto a new path. Like, you know, what I do. Losing Dan nearly 10 years ago it was traumatic, but the way I reacted to it was I just ignored it. I went straight back to work. I was the CFO of a publicly listed company at that time. I just, isn't that what they tell you to do? Keep busy and just give it time. Well, that's what I did. But it was the wrong thing to do. It's the best thing to do is actually just stop and to find, the best way forward to you, to find the essence in you, because my husband and I completely did grief over our son completely differently. And there is no wrong way or right way. There's just your way. And that's why I assist people to be able to find a way forward. And this is really important. When you start to concentrate on the positive things in your life, you will get more positive things. It's like gratitude. You start to really create this life that you will live and love. And not only that, when you're positive, you just wake up going, I'm having a good day today. And you create more experiences. So you create more of it. So I hope this is making sense for you all. And I hope that you're finding that these 8 things, and we've done 5, they're really, really easy to bring into your life. And it's the more you bring them in, the more you put these ingredients into your life, the more not only are you creating the essence of you, but you're creating the life that you have dreamt about. And as you start to do it, everyone around you will start to do it as well. And when they start to do it, everyone around them will start to do it as well. And it's a ripple effect that goes out into our amazing planet. So just imagine when everyone starts to bring these traits into their lives, their own little uniqueness to them, right? I'm not telling you how to do it. I'm just suggesting that when you bring these in and you put your essence to it, your flavor, your way of doing it, imagine the world when we all have this perspective of loving ourselves. We have gratitude for all that we do. We're creating experiences that help us to live and love our life each and every day. We know that the more that we evolve, learn, and grow, the more that we can do all of this. And we know that when we look at life from a positive perspective, we are creating that, not just for ourselves, but every single person that we meet in our life. And this brings us to number 6. Wait on, it doesn't want to be copied. So this brings us to number 6. We're moving along just as well. I'm going to run out of time the way I'm going. Please keep putting your comments in if you have any questions. And it is, thank you, Deidre. It's nice to say it's rich. If we lose positive thoughts, we can't get through. You're right. So right, Wendy. Thank you. Number 6, be yourself. I love the saying, be yourself, everyone else is taken. And from a very young age, we are guided not to be ourselves. We're guided to fit in with the pack. And when we are different to everyone else, we seem to be ridiculed and stuff like that. So now is the time for us all to be a unique, quirky, perfectly imperfect self, and to own it and to run with it. And that's what I cannot, recommend that enough. If you want to say something, say something. If you want to do something, do something. If no one wants to do it, if you still do it as well. Because I can tell you right now, people will be looking at you initially and they'll go, oh my God, why are you doing that? Why aren't you doing what everyone else is doing? But then down the road, they'll go, why have you stopped doing that? Why, it brought you so much joy. Why aren't you yourself? What's popped into my head is I stopped drinking over 2 years ago. My last drink was the 30th of December, 2018. And initially, I used to drink a lot. In my corporate life, I drank a lot. After Dan passed, I drank a lot. And then I started to realize that in what I'm doing now, it wasn't serving me because it was bringing down my vibration. And if you have alcohol in your system, it doesn't allow you to vibrate as high as what you are. And I want to, for me to connect to my son on the other side, I need to have a higher vibration because he can't come down into the lower energies, which is why when we're in the lower energies of depression and grief, we feel alone. We're not alone. They just can't connect as easily with us. They're walking with us, but they can't connect to you because the vibration is too low. So that was one of my reasons, and also to connect better with people in this realm as well, because I wasn't, some days I was okay when I was drinking and other days I wasn't. So I decided I want to have better conversations. I want to be better. I want to be more me. I don't want to be owned by something. So that's when I decided that I would, just stop drinking. I didn't give it up. I just stopped. And I've never, it's been amazing. But initially, everyone wanted me to be the same as everyone else. Oh, you got to have a drink with us. Like, you can't come out and not have a drink. And so it was like, please honor my, my choices. This is what I choose to do. Now, 2 years on, if I did have a drink, I'd be getting, why? Why are you drinking? What's going on? So be yourself. Eventually people will go, okay, that's you. You have chosen to do this or not do this and all that sort of stuff. So don't feel that you have to fit in with the pack. Be who you are. And that's how you even be more of who you are. Be your true essence. Do the things that make you tap dance to work and tap dance home, because that is how not only will you be your true essence, that's how you bring joy and love and fulfillment into your life, because you will be you. And isn't that a great thing to do on International Women's Day? Okay, number 7. We got two more. So thank you for hanging with me. And it is, here it comes. Number 7 is for you. Oh, wrong one. Okay. Well, I popped up Wendy's thing. There is no coincidence. So we're ready. I used to drink. I don't anymore. Now I feel. You are so right, Wendy. I totally agree with you on that. So do I. I feel, and I also, because of that, I live in the moment. And this is important for everyone to understand. Live in the moment. You only have today. You don't have yesterday to change. You don't have tomorrow to create. We only have today. It's called a present because it is your gift to you. This is all we have. So if you are spending all of your moments worried about the past or trying to change what happened in the past and wishing that things had been different, wishing that you hadn't done or said something, wishing that someone else hadn't done or said something, this is not you living. Living in the moment is how you live. You can start doing things today to create a better future. That's completely different to just living in the future, just wishing for things to happen. What we do today, the action steps that we take, is what creates our future. And we may not be creating the future that we think we're going to be creating, but that's okay, because we don't know what we don't know. But taking today's action steps towards the future that you feel that you would like is the way that you get to where you want to. And this is how you create the true essence of who you are. So I just can't say how important it is for us to be present with what we're doing, with who we're with what we're saying. And whether we're learning or whether we're having a conversation, whether we're having fun, just be there in that moment. Okay, I'm going to have a quick drink because, as you know, I've been talking for like nearly 45 minutes. And as I bring up the last one, which is sort of similar to number 7, but it's also a little bit different. So let's bring it up. Here it comes. Invest in quality time. Now, this is quality time with other people, okay? Because the more quality times that you put into your relationships, the more that you will be rewarded. Now, Every relationship has two people in it, and it's really important for us to understand this. But there are only two people in every relationship, okay? It's not like Princess Diana where there was three people in this marriage and it was a little bit crowded. It is two people in every relationship. Now, there may be other people who have relationships with this other person who we're going to talk about in this relationship, whoever you want it to be. But you and that person have the unique relationship. And the more that the quality of it, the more quality it is that you start to see that as unique, okay, the more that you will invest in it. But it's important for us to understand that in every relationship, there are three aspects. So there's a physical aspect or component, okay? And that's the way that we hang out together, the things that we do, the things that we say, and it's just amazing. The way that we, the memories that we have is from the physical part of that relationship. The second part of the relationship is the emotional. And that's the good, the bad, the glad, and the sad. It's all encompassing of that. And that's how we feel about the other person. And we have a lot of memories about how they have made us feel in the past. And of course, they have nothing to do with the way that we feel. We choose the way that we feel. They may trigger us. And it's always important for us to figure out why they trigger us, because that is our healing journey. But it's important for us to understand that. And then the third component of every relationship is the spiritual. Now, the spiritual is the intangible. We know that we're connected spiritually to this person, place, or thing, but we're not sure why. But it's instantaneous. How often have you met someone and you just think, oh my God, I just know you? Or you go to a place and you just go, oh, I've been here before, but I've never been here before. And you're just spiritually connected to this person, place, or thing. So when we have loss in our life and the relationship breaks down, whether it's because of death or divorce or whatever other reason, it could be a job loss, it could be your health, it could be anything, it's only the physical relationship that ends, right? I'm going to say that again. It's only the physical relationship that ends, because the emotional and the spiritual live on forever. Now, it's the emotional that causes us all the grieving and suffering. And that's why in all of my Beyond Loss programs, I assist you to work through that emotional journey. Your emotions are actually your friend. And I know most of you are going to go, no way, Karen, that is not correct. But I'm telling you now, your emotions are energy in motion, emotion. They come to you to guide you to heal whatever this memory is that is popping up for you to heal. And because they don't talk to you as I am talking to you now, they come in a feeling, okay? We squash our feelings. We use whatever way, avoidance tactics that we can to squash them, because they're painful. It's not easy. Like, let's face it, we have created trillion-dollar industries all in order for us to avoid our feelings. Food, alcohol, drugs, anger. We have working too much. We have shopping. They even call it retail therapy. We have Netflix. That is an avoidance tactics. If you are sitting there watching it, sure, you can watch it and get some enjoyment out of it. But if you are on a binge where you are not living and loving your life, you are just literally in there, it's an avoidance tactic. And it's time for you to deep dive into your feelings to say, what is this about? What am I avoiding? Why aren't I living and loving my life? Why aren't I investing quality time in my life and in the relationship, whether they're in this realm or beyond? So it's really important for you to understand that. And that is why I would like to now spend a few more minutes, we haven't got much left in our beautiful hour together, to talk about the Revitalize Your Life, which I'll just bring the copy where you can just check it out. Just deep dive into it. I will post it here. So what is Revitalize Your Life? And some of the beautiful people here have invested not only the monetary value, but they've invested the time. And it always, when you invest time in yourself, that is where you will evolve and grow and become that person that you want to be, where you are living and loving your life. That's how you move beyond loss, is to really come in and to invest in yourself. Now, when I say invest in yourself, Revitalize Your Life is a 45-day activity where each day you will get a new activity for you to deep dive into, take maximum 45 minutes a day, and everyone has 45 minutes a day. I have never, ever worked with anyone who I could not find an extra 10 hours a week. And if you don't, just cut an hour out of TV time. Wake up an hour earlier. I'm telling you now, everyone can find 45 minutes a day. So what does this and by doing these activities, you will create actually even more, because the whole idea is for you to reconnect to you. That's what Revitalize Your Life is all about. It's just like a reconnection program to you. So over the 45 days, right, you have these activities to do. And you literally are deep diving into you, and they're all different. They all have a different theme. They all have a different purpose, which is to reconnect to you, for you to just look at things from a different perspective. And the whole program is leading you to have more clarity, more joy, and fulfillment in your life. And that's how you create the essence of who you are. But more importantly, it's how you create the life that you will live and love every day. Okay, so the investment for this, okay, is $45 in total. It's $1 a day. Yes, you heard right. I could easily have made it $10 a day, but it's not. Because I understand how important it is for people to do this deep dive into themselves. That's what 2020 was all about. It was to get you to stop, to get off that busy life that we had all created, where we were just busy, 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 busy. It was like, no, it's time for you all to stop. And it's time for you to find all of the treasures that we have buried in the 7 billion people plus on this planet. And the only way you're going to ever find that treasure is to do that deep dive into you, because that's where they've buried it. They have buried it in every single one of us. And that's what this Revitalize Your Life actually does. It assists you to find your gems. And you have a lot of gems in your life. You have a lot of gems in you. And you've always had them. And as a little baby, you knew what they were. But life slowly started to steal them away from you. And that's why today, on International Women's Day, I thought it was so appropriate for us to do the deep dive into you to find the essence of who you are, right? And if I'll just quickly go at the 8 were. So the 8 were, first of all, to love you. Second of all, to find gratitude in your life. Third, to create your experiences. You create your life, okay? No one else creates your life, you do. And it all comes from the choices that you make. And if you find that what you're creating isn't working for you, I highly recommend you do Revitalize Your Life. It's 45 days, 6 weeks, okay? You can change a habit in 30 to 60 days. That's why I purposely did 45, because you can create the life of your dreams, okay? It's that simple. and I'm giving it to you as a gift. My gift to you is that it's $1 a day. And if you can't find $45, you actually require this even more. So go and ask a friend to give you the $45. But then you've got to do the action steps, okay? Just paying me that $45 is not going to change your life. It's in the action steps of you taking the time each day to deep dive into all of these different exercises, these activities. That's how you create the life that you live and love each and every day. That is how you move beyond loss, right? So you can start loving life. Everything that has happened in your life has happened in order for you to become the person who you came here to become. So as I said, the first one is to love you. The second one is to have gratitude in your life. Third one is to create experiences. The fourth one, evolve, learn, and grow. I'm giving you this amazing activities to actually, you can really evolve, learn, and grow. Be positive. Be yourself. Live in the moment and invest in quality time. So, right, we've got 4 minutes left. I'm going to read any questions that you've got. So Wendy, that's the quality of smiling with a grandchild. I've got a grandchild. Amazing, isn't it? So beautiful. I've come to the conclusion the only reason we have kids is so that we can become grandparents. Okay. Excuses are time related. They certainly are. Great course. Thank you, Kerry. I believe, Kerry, that you have actually finished the 45 days. Is that correct? Did you finish it yesterday? If you did, there's a couple of little surprises at the end. I hope you enjoy the surprises at the end. Kerry, I met Kerry on this program, well, I guess over 6 weeks ago, because she's finished the course. I think probably 2 months ago, something like that, way back in January. Kerry just found me accidentally, as she did. We had a conversation for half an hour. She was going through a loss of a friend, and she wasn't sure how to move forward. So thank you, Kerry. It's always great to see you. You're here most weeks, which I really do appreciate. But more importantly, it's really is time for all of us to stop using excuses. You know, like if you're in the blame game, you're really not in the living my and loving my life game. So here is the link again. There are no excuses. No, not yet. So you're not up to 45 yet? Oh, okay. You must be pretty close though. Maybe it's today you'll get the 45 one. So thank you, Deidre. I hope you all really did love today. I always love putting today's together, like these every Monday. I love putting it together, the theme that I come with. And to be quite honest, most of my themes have come from those 45 days. Well, why wouldn't they? There's my year, 52 weeks in a year, 45 days. It's so easy for me. I never have to think, oh, what am I going to talk about today? I just go to one of those days and I just pick up that topic and I just go, yeah, this is what I'd love to share with everyone today. Right. So if there's anything else, I don't think there's anything else. So glad to have had you here. Thank you all for being here at the for the whole program, whether you were here, whenever you came in. If you're watching this in replay, I hope that you have enjoyed it. And just type in the comments because they will all come back to me. And of course, please connect with me. At the beginning of this thread are all the places that you can connect with me. Thanks, Wendy. And that's it. Have an amazing week. Have an amazing International Women's Day. And as always, remember that to make each and every day meaningful, memorable, and magical. Bye for now, and I'll see you again next week. No, it's not going to end. Typical, isn't it? Right, where is my mouse gone? There it is. Bye, everyone. Thanks, Kerry. Thanks, Wendy.